Amanda Lawrence, arguably one of the greatest athletes of her generation, competed at the 2024 IPF World Classic Championships for a chance at clinching an unbelievable 5th IPF World title amongst a field of 10 other competitors. Since Daniella Melo, Amanda's greatest adversary on the platform, stepped away from the global stage, Amanda has pretty much reigned supreme over the weight class, unchallenged. For the current powerlifting season, such status quo remains unchanged. At the 2024 IPF World Championships, Amanda went up against Ziana Azariah from Great Britain, who entered the championships with a personal best total of 583 kilograms, alongside a baseline total projection ranging between 594.41 kilograms and 615.77 kilograms. Amanda, in parallel, entered the championships with a world record total of 647 kilograms, which she set earlier in the season at the Sheffield Championships, alongside a baseline total projection ranging between 668.25 kilograms and 673.31 kilograms. Her season best total handed Amanda a 64 kilograms advantage over Ziana. On the other hand, her total baseline projection gave Amanda a theoretical lead ranging between 52.48 kilograms and 78.9 kilograms. Historically, her average lead prior to competing over second standing athletes at the IPF World stood at 55.38 kilograms. However, post-championships, her lead was reduced to 46.38 kilograms or 19.40%. The average historical attainment of her baseline total projection at prior IPF World Championships has been between 94.99% and 96.35%. This equates to a probable total ranging between 634.77 kilograms and 648.73 kilograms, in effect, pinpointing to the unlikelihood of Ziana ever outflanking Amanda. Even with a modest average meet reliability of 25.82%, which broadly represents a 74.18% average chance of failure in any of the three disciplines. Therefore, the competition was not between Herculean athlete Amanda versus her fellow competitors, but rather against oneself. For her first attempt at the championships, she opened with a squat of 227.5 kilograms.
In this class?
No, she hasn't. I think from what I've been hearing, she's quite excited to have a bit of a fight for a deadlift medal.
227.5 for her opener.
Wow.
And we would have expected that to move well, and move well it did.
Which was 7.5 kilograms or 3.19% below her opening squat at the Sheffield Championships, including being 2.5 kilograms below her opening at last season's IPF World Championships and 115.85 kilograms above the group's average squat opening of 111.65 kilograms, whilst her opponent, Ziana, opened with a squat of 205 kilograms, trailing behind Amanda by 22.5 kilograms.
She's a fast rising Brit. We've seen some really exciting head-to-head battles with her and Errol of John. Unfortunately, Errol of is out of this competition. We were looking forward to seeing that again.
Yeah.
Went down to body weight in Croatia at the Europeans.
Oh, that's lovely.
Smooth as you like.
For her second squat attempt, Amanda increased her second squat increment by a 10 kilograms margin, resulting in an attempt of 237.5 kilograms.
37.5 on the bar. Her world record is 249.5. Probably not pacing to have a go at that today.
but it seems like she would have it if she wanted it.
A regression of 12 kilograms, or 4.81%, below her second squat attempt at the 2024 Sheffield Championships, including being her second lowest squat attempt at an IPF World Classic Championships. Typically, Amanda's average second squat attempt at prior IPF World stands at 241 kilograms. Frankly, a steep fall in her second squat attempt is partly suggestive of her high confidence in ultimately securing a win. Ziana was a baseline squat projection ranging between 224.38 kilograms and 233.63 kilograms, attempted 215 kilograms for her second squat attempt.
We had 2 European Championships relatively close together. She squatted 220 at both of those.
Perhaps looking to end at a similar place here, see how the second moves.
Notably, after last season's IPF World Classic Championships, the athlete experienced a tremendous second squat progression, which saw her average second squat attempt jump to 216.25 kilograms. Historically, her average second squat attempt prior to last season's IPF Worlds stood at 191.25 kilograms. Therefore, a squat of 215 kilograms represents a relative upward progression of 12.42%. However, their 215 kilogram squat placed Ziana on the back foot by a 22.5 kilograms deficit, unable to make an adequate inroad upon the 4-time IPF champion and squat world record holder's initial lead. Amanda finished the first round of the championships with a hammer drop in third and the final squat attempt of 247.5 kilograms.
We've seen her do some absolutely huge numbers in training. Did you see the 83s all sat together there?
Yeah, there's a lot of love there.
That is a phenomenal squat for Amanda Lawrence.
Merely 2 kilograms below her championship squat record of 249.5 kilograms, which she set earlier in the season. However, she ended the round between 2.23% and 5.02% below her baseline squat projection, which ranged between 253.10 kilograms and a world record 260.58 kilograms. Comparatively, at last season's IPF World, Amanda scored between a lesser 0.47% and 3.70% below her baseline squat projection, which stood between 250.18 kilograms and 258.56 kilograms. Last season's IPF World Championships, bronze medalist Ziana increased her third squat attempt by a 7.5 kilograms margin, which is 1.55 kilograms above her average third squat increment of 5.95 kilograms. This resulted in a personal best squat of 222.5 kilograms.
The last 2 competitions, it really helps to be able to see that bit of progress and not feel like you're stuck.
Which is 0.84% and 4.76% below her baseline squat projection, which stood between 224.38 kilograms and 233.63 kilograms. Even though Ziana squatted an all-time top 10 squat, which is ranked at number 8, she still sustained a 25 kilograms deficit behind a rather dominant Amanda. Within the bench round of the championships, Amanda is once again projected to stand head and shoulder above her closest rival, Ziana. Amanda's baseline bench projection stood between 138.06 kilograms and 140.68 kilograms, while Ziana's baseline bench projection ranged between 107.97 kilograms and 109.25 kilograms. This was enough to provide Amanda a further theoretical leading margin ranging between 53.81 kilograms, and 57.71 kilograms. As such, ensuring her triumph over Ziana even further. The median winning margin at previous IPF Worlds between the first and second place athletes since 2013 stands at 31.75 kilograms. Ziana has the weakest bench when comparing each athlete's personal best bench and mentioned baseline projected figures, open with a bench of 97.5 kilograms.
In projections anyway, she is a fair way clear of Philibert, who's in third place, projected to be in third place.
Which is 10.81 kilograms above her historical average bench opening of 86.59 kilograms. Her 97.5 kilograms bench opening stands at 35.53 kilograms above the group's average opening of 61.97 kilograms. Even though it may appear Ziana's bench isn't the most proficient, such generally highlights the level or mere proficiency at which Ziana was competing. Amanda, who had both a season and personal best bench of 135 kilograms, which is placed at 5th place on the 2024 season bench ranking at current, opened with a bench of 122.5 kilograms.
That excitement of, oh no, I want my gold medals and I'm going to fight for them. And I think that's important in pushing athletes to continue to get better. So it's not just good for Amanda, but the sport as well. And that was extremely comfortable.
Which is identical to her bench opening at both the 2021 and 2023 IPF World Classic Championships. Her average bench opening prior to the 2021 IPF Worlds stands at 97.29 kilograms, which in effect represents a substantial progression of 25.91%. After the first round of the squats, her bench opening further added a substantial 25 kilograms to her initial lead, resulting with a lead of 50 kilograms after both athletes' opening bench attempts. But could Ziana feasibly close a 50 kilograms deficit? Amanda's historical median lead after both squat and opening bench between her second standing opponents at prior IPF World Championships stands at 32 kilograms. Curiously, at the 2019 Worlds, the defending champion, Daniella Melo, was able to place a bullish Amanda on the back foot after her opening bench. This is the only time Amanda has been at a disadvantage in the bench openings during previous IPF Worlds. For Ziana's second bench attempt, she responded by increasing her bench by a 5 kilograms margin, resulting with a bench of 102.5 kilograms.
That was very comfortable.
Similar to her bench selection at the European Championships earlier in the season. This was 2.5 kilograms below her heaviest second bench attempt of 105 kilograms, which she undertook last season at the European Championships. It was swiftly apparent that Ziana would not attempt to put up much of a fight within the second round of the championships, if considering her average historical reliances, a reluctance to possibly compete even stronger against the imposing reigning champion within the bench. Such can shed some light on the rationale for her bench performance. For instance, her squat on average accounts for 37.95% of her totals, 2.03% below Amanda's squat reliance of 39.98%. Bench on average accounts for 17.77% of her totals, and deadlift at 44.28%, 3.44% more than Amanda's, which is reflected with a world record baseline deadlift projection ranging between 263.87 kilograms and 273.19 kilograms. Basically, Ziana's reliance reflects a tactful preference for both the squat, but even more so for the deadlift to build her totals. Amanda being 50 kilograms ahead, increased her second bench attempt by a 7.5 kilograms margin, which is 1.32 kilograms above her average second bench increment of 6.18 kilograms. This resulted in a bench of 130 kilograms. Similar to her bench selection at the most recent Sheffield Championships. This also mirrors her attempt selection at both the 2021 USAPL Raw Nationals and IPF World Classic Championships. With a bench of 130 kilograms attempt, Amanda extended her leading margin over Ziana by an additional 2.5 kilograms, making her total margin 50 kilograms above Ziana. Amanda would finish the second round of the championships whilst thoroughly dominating the Brit, with a final bench attempt of 135 kilograms.
Bench from 35 at Sheffield, but that was a 5 kilo PB then, or a 2.5 kilo PB. So her second looks strong. I wouldn't expect her to miss it.
If she gets this, her prognosis is 622.5, which leaves her just 20 kilos away from getting that best lifter.
Wow.
Therefore, matching both her season and personal best bench to date. Also, a competition best bench of 135 kilograms quantifiably meant that the touring defending champion scored between 2.22% and 4.04% below her projected bench, which ranged between 138.06 kilograms and 140.68 kilograms. She also finished second behind Canada's Danielle Philibert, who entered the IPF Championships with the strongest in-season bench and personal best, with a bench of 136.5 kilograms. She also entered with a slightly higher bench projection, which ranged between 140.09 kilograms and 142.26 kilograms, forecasting an expected intense matchup between Danielle and Amanda in the bench phase of the championships. Even though Danielle scored 3.63% and 5.10% below her bench projection, she was able to match Amanda's competition best bench of 135 kilograms, therefore defeating her based on body weight, which stood at 81.8 kilograms versus Amanda's body weight of 83.10 kilograms. I must say it was highly remarkable of Danielle to be able to go into a toe-to-toe battle in the bench phase with the four-time IPF World Champion. However, it's not uncommon for the defending champion to lose ground on the bench. For instance, Amanda typically, on average, relies heavily on her deadlift to build her totals. And although she ranked at third place in the bench at the 2022 IPF World Championships, she managed to win the championships by a margin of 35 kilograms. In 2019, at her first appearance at IPF Worlds, she ranked 4th place and was able to claim her first world title by defeating the defending champion, Daniella Melo, based on body weight difference. After the squat phase of the championships, Amanda sustained a 45 kilograms lead ahead of Danielle, with a personal best deadlift of 217.5 kilograms, alongside a deadlift projection ranging between 217.79 kilograms and 221.30 kilograms. Such was indicative of the unlikelihood of upending Amanda's firm stranglehold on the weight class and/or denying her a 5th world title. Danielle would have needed to rely on the frontrunner to either miss consecutive attempts. Curiously, Danielle's deadlift reliability stood at 49.03%, which equates to a 50.97% chance of failure. In contrast, Amanda's overall historical deadlift reliability stood at 31.74%, meaning a higher 68.26% chance of her failing a deadlift attempt or attempts. Currently, Amanda is advantageously more proficient in the discipline. She holds both a world record deadlift of 268.5 kilograms and a season best deadlift of 262.5 kilograms prior to the championships. Additionally, her baseline deadlift projection ranged between a world record setting 269.44 kilograms and 271.48 kilograms effectively diminished the probability of being triumphant against Amanda. Her baseline projection theoretically provided Amanda with a further plausible lead advantage between 48.14 kilograms and 53.69 kilograms ahead of Danielle, if compared against each athlete's noted baseline deadlift projections. Interestingly, Amanda's average winning margin over second-place athletes prior to the 2024 IPF World Classic Championships stands at 46.38 kilograms. Ziana finished with a bench of 107.5 kilograms, matching her all-time personal best bench, scoring between 0.44% and 1.60% below her baseline bench projection.
Again, looking to rack up those extra kilos heading into deadlift, where she is a big puller.
Trailing behind the season world leader and four-time defending champion by a 52.5 kilograms margin, Ziana, with a world record deadlift baseline projection, opened with a deadlift of 237.5 kilograms.
In British powerlifting for a while, that's gone back and forth between her and Errol of John.
Perhaps today is the day she takes that back.
Perhaps it is. But this is 237.5. The thing that's going to be on her mind is making sure of that silver medal.
That is just silly. It's just silly how well that moved.
Mirroring her deadlift opening at the 2024 European Championships earlier in March, including being 7.5 kilograms above her heaviest opening of 230 kilograms prior to the championships. Amanda responded with a 240 kilograms attempt.
Now for 240. That 268.5 is Amanda Lawrence's record. She was a couple of kilos shy of her squat world record.
If she lands on 260, she will walk away best lifter as well. So anything 260 and above, she moves ahead of Agatha in IPF GL points.
Super quick.
2.5 kilograms below her opening deadlift at last season's IPF Worlds, opening of 242.5 kilograms. It was plainly evident after both athletes' deadlift opening that the likelihood of Ziana denying Amanda a fifth global title was unlikely. As I outlined earlier, the probability of Danielle relinquishing Amanda's firm stranglehold seemed slim. Ziana's chance of winning her first IPF World title has transpired to be largely contingent on Amanda experiencing successive failure in the deadlift, whilst regressing, even with a mighty upper projected baseline deadlift of 273.19 kilograms, which comparatively stood 1.71 kilograms above Amanda's upper baseline of 271.48 kilograms. I mentioned earlier that the median winning margin at past IPF Worlds stood at 31.75 kilograms. Amanda exceeded this median by 23.25 kilograms, with a leading margin of 55 kilograms over Ziana after each athlete's opening deadlifts. Curiously, on average, athletes within the 84 kilograms weight class typically added 14.12 kilograms to their opening deadlift. However, individually, Ziana added an average of 19.77 kilograms to her opening deadlift, which is 5.65 kilograms above the mentioned group's average of 14.12 kilograms. Clearly, 19.77 kilograms would fall short of making up ground upon Amanda's substantial lead of 55 kilograms, essentially leaving a 35.23 kilograms deficit. For her second attempt, Ziana increased her deadlift by 12.5 kilograms, which is 1.67 kilograms below her average second deadlift attempt increment of 14.17 kilograms. This would result in a remarkable 250 kilograms deadlift.
She's done more than this at her last 2 competitions.
Very interested to see how this moves and where she goes for her third.
Which is ranked on the 84 kilograms all-time list at number 5. Amanda, in turn, increased her second deadlift attempt by a 20 kilograms margin, which was 6.42 kilograms more than her average second deadlift increment of 13.58 kilograms. This resulted in a deadlift of 260 kilograms.
For the time being, and that will be hard for the 84 plus to take off
will.
her. She knows
Having
what-
said that, Alexis Jones is lifting tomorrow. Tough lockout, but she's patient.
Yeah.
In turn, once again, thoroughly dominating her opponent by extending her lead by a further 7.5 kilograms, providing her with a decisive 62.5 kilograms commanding lead. With a historical deadlift reliability of 31.74%, Amanda failed her third and final deadlift of the championships, with a deadlift of 265 kilograms.
Amanda Lawrence.
Already etched her name in history. One final pull. She is fighting so hard.
As such, scoring between 3.50% and 4.23% below her baseline deadlift projection. Nevertheless, she further scored 72.07% over her overall historical average meet reliability of 25.15%, which accounts for the squat, bench and deadlift, with an overall average meet reliability of 97.22%. Her average attainment of the athlete's projected figures stands at 95.63%, a slight increase of 0.86% in parallel to her last season's IPF World average attainment of 94.77%. Despite this, she still incurred a fall of 2.32%. If further comparisons are made with her 2024 Sheffield Championships average meet attainment of 97.95%. Amanda, alongside a meet KPI score of 88.35%, a slight fall of 0.27% if compared with her 2024 Sheffield Championships meet KPI score of 88.62%. Despite this slight decrease, she finished the championships with an unprecedented 5th IPF World Classic title with a winning championship total of 642.5 kilograms, scoring between 3.45% and 4.39% below her baseline total projection, which stood between 668.25 kilograms and 673.31 kilograms. Nevertheless, a 5th IPF Global title, arguably cementing her legacy as one of the greatest powerlifters of her generation. Ziana finished the championships with a final deadlift attempt of 262.5 kilograms.
Anyone's counting.
6 kilos below the world record. And there it goes. Wow! Can she lock it out?
She's got it. Wow.
Scoring 0.52% and 3.91% below her deadlift projections, which ranged between 263.87 kilograms and 273.19 kilograms, as mentioned earlier. A spectacular deadlift of 262.5 kilograms afforded the Brit a gold medal in the deadlift, and as such, handed the deadlift world record holder, Amanda, her first defeat in the discipline at the championships. Ziana further finished the championships with a personal best total of 592.5 kilograms, scoring between 0.32% and 3.77% below her total baseline projection, which ranged between 594.41 kilograms and 615.77 kilograms. A total of 592.5 kilograms reflects a 1-year progression of 1.98%. once compared with her prior PR total of 581 kilograms, which she achieved at last season's European Championships. Ziana also achieved the second highest meet KPI score behind the crowned champion with a KPI score of 84.37%, ultimately winning her second IPF Global medal.